Back in the Johnson garage today. Welcome. All right, so you all know you got to mow your lawn once a week. My current chariot steed, she's dead. She's down. So I have a spare one. I'm gonna try to swap engines between the spare one and this one because the other one is in such kind of gross shape that it would take painting and have to swap the dash over and do all this rigmarole. So I'm going to swap the front tires, I'm going to swap the engine, and then we're gonna give her a rip. All right, so we're gonna use the almost dead mower to pull out the currently dead mower. And there's a bunch of brush and debris, and I don't really have any patience to move all of that, so I'm going to just pull it through it and see if it'll do it. Give me a last woo-ha out of the power. I think I've made a mistake. Oh yeah. There they are. Hey, time for some surgery. Time for some decisions. So this is why that I want to swap it over. So this one's, she's a little rough. Oh look, the dog. Hello, Bio. Well, look at that guy. The big spider there. Angry. Oh, jeez. Oh. No, we'll work on getting that open in a second. But this one, see, she's glossy, she's smooth. It's got nice gauges. This one, no gloss, no smooth. I guess the gauges aren't bad, but the key switch is missing. So I seriously don't know what I'm going to do. So these tires also go flat. So that's hence why I had to drag it out of the pit. But these tires are better. The deck, even though it looks grosser, all of the holes and stuff in it are tight, and it's got a good front roller. And then up there, the adjuster isn't like booger welded on with JB Weld and spit. And it has this fancy dancy weighted roller to smooth your grass out. So maybe I just get me some paint, maybe some silvery paint, and I silver it and swap this guy. Swap my ignition switch over, maybe see if I can get this to luster back up. Swap the seat. What do you think? Thinking that's probably going to be my course of action too, because I don't mind dog poop stuck into the treads. So that's super loose goose. This one's way tighter. So this one has a lot less hours on it than the other one does, I think. I mean, I'm just assuming. The belt on it, isn't it supposed to be tight? Why is it? Why can't I just pull that off? Okay. Well, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. I don't know what's supposed to be tensioning it, because this one is just the right size. And then okay, okay? Because let's see if this one works. Put this guy back on here. Tight. Engage. Engage. Okay. So belts look questionable. And there seems to be a lot of wetness up front on this one too. Oh, I think I'm screwing myself. Fun adventure is that you're gonna watch me screw myself together. You and me. We're gonna see how badly we get into this. Huh. Cake shop. Interesting. Golf. This looks like a racing mower. There's probably supposed to be another racing decal here. We do have the racing stripe. Maybe this is gonna turn out pretty good. After all, Indianapolis Speedway, Shearwater International Air Show. She might be a pure bed racing unit too. Maybe that'll give us the luck we need. Okay, so I got enough things swapped over. To test fire it. I sprayed some ether down this thing's throat when I first got it, just to see if it would pop, and it literally popped once. So this is a lot of faith of me swapping. Ooh, hold on. A lot of faith in me swapping it over. We got a friend. Big old wolf spider. Oh, scared him. Oh, there he is. Go back in your home. Go. Get in there. Go. Ooh. Oh, he is angry. All right, so let's see if this thing pops over. Angry spider. Okay, I got fuel hooked up to it, turned on. Had to make it a little 90 because of the bend in there. Swap the battery over, that over. I got, hopefully this works. This didn't work on my other one, but it was pretty corroded. So let's see what we got. Sounds like she wants to. That's true. Sounds kind of rough. Man, all the choke. I tested for spark. We got spark. So maybe take a little advice from Vice Grip Garage and do a little 2-stroke and mix and throw it down the spark plug hole real quick, lube it up, because it seemed to be going faster than what I did it. I don't know how long this engine's been sitting. Probably, gosh, I'd say at least 7 years, 7 to 10 years, something like that. Supposedly it was rebuilt. This was owned by my next door neighbor who's a small engine mechanic, and it has, everything is way more original on it. So like even the wiring is original on it. This thing's been hacked apart a few times. Like I had to make the governor rod out of old stainless TIG rod. I had to find a random spring for the carb. So we may end up, this carb has been gone through pretty well. That one, I haven't even had the bowl off on. So I'm gonna put you back up there and have you keep watching. I don't know how I haven't learned my lesson every single time. But I was like, well, you know, he probably put stabilizer in it, which I think he did. Maybe. I don't think so. This was stuck all the way up. Of course, like every single float in a small engine that sits more than a year. Looks like ethanol did its job. It's she's full of crust. And that's bad. The main jet in it, it's bad. And this is the goo mixed with a little bit of carb cleaner. The goo that came out of it. I don't know why I thought I could just get in this thing and fire it up, but what's cool, we'll take this guy out. Oh geez, that almost went. It smells horrible in the garage now. But I have not really had a good chance yet to use one of my boredom purchases from Amazon. My ultrasonic cleaner. Look at that guy. Let's see, is it plugged in? It is not plugged in. But it could be. So we're gonna throw the carb into this for probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna clean out all the passages with my tools, my carb tools. And then we'll throw it back on because it did try choking to life earlier. And so it proved that I'm not lying, which apparently, I don't know why I feel the need to do so. This is just carb cleaner, that's not starting fluid. Let's see if we can get it to give a little bit of a kick. And by the way, that spider is, he is angry. He's all over the place, he's angry. See? See that duck noise? That was a good thing. Yeah. All right, so she popped. And this is off the other mower, so I will be swapping the muffler that I stole off of this one originally. So I know I said I was going to swap engines, but I'm just going to ride dirty with this. I'm going to swap the seats so I don't get some sort of a disease on my the bee hole. Because this is bad. That's bad. It's gross. There's probably another angry spider around it. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah. But this one's been recovered okay. So we're going to try to swap this one over. And then I am also going to try to shine on this a little to see if we can get that, that Massey Ferguson luster come out. All right. So got the carb off. So I'm going to kind of run you through on what I do, or what you're supposed to do. So if you guys want a link, I'll put a link to the Amazon, the Amazon link for this. So right now it's heating up. You can see it's basically boiling right there. I went with I believe this one's the 15 liter, because I wanted to be able to set an entire carb in there. And another reason I really like this one is because it has a quote-unquote jewelry ball to keep things from rolling around in there. And so I just put all my jets, and then my float goes in there, and that way I can trap everything that has small tiny pieces. And I like to use a mixture of purple power. They say, you know, measure it out with a cup. How about just some of, that looks good to me. I like that. So this is in Celsius, so you'll have to do a conversion. I think 80 is 176 degrees. I put hot water in it prior because that's a good way to make sure that that it heats up, because it takes a long time. I mean, you're talking about potentially up to 15 liters of fluid. It's a lot of BTUs. So it's pretty cool. When you hit the button, you can literally see it start cleaning right away. Sorry for the noise. All right, it's been right at about 20-30 minutes because I wanted to eat some lunch. Okay. Ooh, look at all the gross in there. Whew, it's stanky. Alright. So, what I like about this one too is that it's got a nice drain valve. I threw the cover plate in there as well. It's got a nice drain valve. So, you just put it in a bucket and you don't have to risk picking up the heavy thing and burning yourself. It's pretty swanky. Take a look. Now, I know Purple Power, not supposed to use it on aluminum very long or brass or what have you, but I think it's all in moderation. So that is huge difference. Look at that. Wow. This guy, well, you can definitely see that the Purple Power changed the aluminum because it basically reacts with it. So, but whatever, it's almost like nature's anodization, which is basically what anodizing in is oxidation with different chemicals. So what we're gonna do now, ugh, God, this thing so reeks. What we're gonna do now is clean it the rest of the way out with carb cleaner. That came out pretty spiffy, but still has a lot of gross crap on it. But that's an easy fix. And we don't hear any stuff sloshing around in there, so it sounds like the float's still good. And that may have been hindered by me using this to hold everything down. So, these parts, they look better. I can see through it now. Look at that. Look at that. Let's take these, clean them up, give this old girl another try. Boys, girls, other. This thing absolutely kicked my butt for a few hours. I was fighting. Let's see. There we go. Wipe me out. I was fighting carb issues. So that carb that I rebuilt, the float height wasn't set correctly. I didn't have time to look it up. So I swapped the other carb on there. So it ran. The other one starved. Once it drained the bowl, it wouldn't refill it. And this seems to be a new style carb off of the one that I blew up with a plastic float. So it ran okay, ran half decent. I drove it around a little bit and then it died, and it would barely run and then it wouldn't run at all. So I pulled the plug out, checked the spark, and I had intermittent weird spark. So pulled all the tins off, pulled the flywheel off, cleaned the points, set the points, put everything back together, and then the thing ran really well. So I went around the block, not around the block, but I went up and down the driveway, and then it wouldn't run anymore, barely idle. So I was like, well, that's weird. So I tore everything apart, tried giving it choke, tried giving it fuel, nothing worked. Pulled the float bowl off thinking something got stuck in there. And in that case, I was my own worst enemy. I had the petcock closed. So it ran the fuel that was in the line, and then that was it. Did that, runs great, runs beautiful. Thought I would try to do a pretty dope wheelie, snap the drive belt, of course. And then the blade belt fell off. So it's just been the worst. I saved you guys time of watching me. I think I would probably have even time lapsed. I'd probably have like 20 minutes of time lapse. So I'm going to show you. It does start. It does start. See? Starts. Runs really good. Oh yeah, and I was trying to adjust the governor rod. That broke. So I had to make another one out of stainless TIG wire and basically time that in order to have it limit some RPM. Oh, and I changed the, so the oil drain was not tight. And so it was leaking, so I had to take all this off, had to unscrew all of this, reseal that so it didn't leak out, change the oil again, which it needed, and I'm just done. I'm done today. I'm just done today. Maybe tomorrow, because there's all these guards in place for the drive belt that you have to remove from underneath, and I've been bending over for my lower back hurts, so I'm done. But I'll be back. It'll be back. We'll swap tins. It'll look beautiful. It'll run. It'll mow my lawn. I guarantee it. It's a new day. Well, it's about 3 o'clock into the next new day. I made an absolute mess. It's pretty bad. I've done a lot worse, but yeah. Anyway, let's get that drive belt swapped on. Let's get all the tins over. Let's get that seat on there. And let's see if we can do a wheelie. Well, there you have it. How do we get off of this thing? There you have it. She's all swapped over. These little governors are kind of a pain in the butt to get to max rev. So it usually works with a load, or it doesn't work unloaded. But as you saw, the massive wheelie that I did, and we didn't break a drive belt, so that was pretty exciting. So now I want to mow my lawn with it. It's all done. Let's check it out. Oh. We did manage to get a little more luster out of it. I used WD-40 and a gray Scotch-Brite pad. There's a lot of mildew all over the place. Retained as many racing stickers as I can. You can basically feel, the purebred racing machine heritage. And I didn't even notice this one, competition cams. That is an old sticker. And this deck is actually for this thing, so she's pretty original. Pretty excited about it. So we'll see how long this one lasts. Hopefully we don't blow the bottom end out of it too. But there was many moments where I wanted to sell these on Craigslist for $20 each and buy a new something. Because this was, I think I had, God, I don't even know, started on this at 10:30 yesterday and gave up around 6. So I had 8 hours just in trying to get the thing to work. The blades do work. I swapped over the deck belt, the deck drive belt for the blades. The drive belt, the only one that I haven't done is trapped by the blade shaft, which when that breaks, then I'll take it back apart and re-lube all the all the gearboxes for it, but it's trapped right now currently by this shaft, and to take that out, I believe you have to unbolt this, maybe C-clip and unbolt this, take the blade out and pull that box out, and then you're able to get that out. But the belt is not great. It's not good. It'll last about half a mow, but that's it. Massey Ferguson Revival done.